Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Yes, you guys get a Friday video today, lucky you! I finished off my EU4 campaign and I'm taking a couple days off so I can start a new one up on Monday, but that means I need more videos for today, so I figured, hey, I don't think anyone's gonna complain if we do another Plague Inc. scenario. Is that correct? Probably. Alright, so what do we want to do today? That's a good question. We could do... what would be fun? Pandemic is Magic Rise of Hydra Werewolf Takeover? That's a werewolf? Kind of a silly-looking werewolf, but okay, you know what? Sure, let's go ahead and give this one a go. A werewolf was killed 2,000 years ago by hunters. Bugs formed over this time and crawled out over the still fresh corpse. Many strains of this died, but you are the last hope. Will you create the world the werewolves once had, or will humanity stay as it is? If you kill everyone in the world, you will lose. Only infect people. Okay, good to know. The names of the continents have been changed. None of them are spelled incorrectly. Are you sure? Because, I mean... So if any of them have double letters or you don't think there should be there, they are meant to be there also misspelled. This is my first scenario. The feedback will be really helpful, so I can fix it until people absolutely love it. Then I will move on to another one. Okay, let's give it a shot. Werewolf Takeover. I mean, people like takeovers, right? That's like a common thing in Plague Inc. So it counts as a Neurax worm, but I guess it makes sense. We're basically going to have to possess people. I almost wonder if the Vampire Plague would have worked for something like this. I mean, obviously you don't want to be flying around as a bat, and it's too bad you can't change the icon to be a wolf running across the continents, but having a single, like, werewolf that bites everybody, I mean, don't you, like, have to kill, like, the first werewolf in order to cure everybody? Or is that just another... Am I mixing that up? No. I don't think so. I think that there are some werewolf lore where, like, if you get bitten by a werewolf, you have to find the werewolf that, you know, started it all and killed that, and it cures everybody in the line. I have no idea. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the Neurax worm here. I think everything here is probably fine as it is. We'll play on normal difficulty, and it's just called Wolf. Sure, Wolf. We'll go with Wolf. Welcome. You are emerging from the body of a werewolf and find the world has changed. Humanity has the equipment to wipe you out. We're starting in Australia? Huh, okay. Your goal is to make every human a werewolf. We can probably do that. I mean, a few will probably have to die in the process, but that's okay. My lord! There are a lot more airports than there ever have been before. Holy crap, almost every single country in the world has an airport. Cool. I mean, I guess by 2020, you'd think the infrastructure should be that high. Cool. Whoa. Everything has been changed. Why? What is this based on? Dry Gulch? Dry Gulch. Crostoan... I don't know. What is this all supposed to be? Is this Everwinter? Everwinter? Really? Is this like supposed to be Trumpland? Okay. Any complaints I might have had are now gone. That's hilarious. But for real though, like, what is this based on? I'm sure this person didn't just smash random letters together. It's based on something. I just don't know what. Blackridge Pool? Huh. We start off in Rennington. That's where we're supposed to be. Hurdle Pool. Boroton. Coombe. Hadley. Huh. I have no idea. If anyone knows what this is all based on, please let me know. Alright, we're going to start off in Rennington then. And start infecting people. I think we need to get on some airplanes though, because that seems to be an incredibly effective method now. The Neurax worm has emerged in the form of a wolf. Transmissions. We have concertina locomotion and eggs and genetic swap. Okay, the basics here. I guess we go for a level of eggs. And we go for Concertina Locomotion level 1 and 2. That will lead to Air 1. Presumably, we'll eventually get to Air 3, which, for this scenario, seems like it will be grossly overpowered. So I definitely would like to get that. Symptoms, we have Hyper-Vigilant. Okay, so it's not quite breaching the blood-brain barrier. Always on the lookout, jumping at the slightest of noise or movement. Okay. Abilities. Thick fur, less fur. The irony being, if you get both of these, it comes out to where you were before. Silver Bullet Immunity. Pathogen becomes resistant to Class 1 and Class 2 drugs. You could also just change the description too, you know. Although Silver Bullet Immunity sounds kind of fun. Urge to Hunt. Manipulation of dopamine transporters result in a form of ADHD. Okay, so the descriptions aren't actually changed here, but some of the stuff makes sense. I mean, Silver Bullet, sure. Urge to Hunt. This I actually kind of like. That's a good name for this. And I'm curious where the Hyper-Vigilant is going to go, but for now... I mean, I guess for one DNA, let's go ahead and grab it. Wanting full control. The host has become so focused on power, she nearly kills people so they follow her. Oh, our werewolf is a woman. Okay. Somehow that's actually a little bit sexier. Less pain during the turn. After a few turns, the host feels less pain during the turn. Presumably, the transformation from... Oh my god, look at those planes. It's giving me a seizure. Okay, presumably the transformation from human to wolf is not a very pleasant one, which I think would make some sense. My god, we have got to get on those airplanes. Absolutely. Need some DNA. Thank you. Air 1. I mean, we're starting off in Reddington, which is considered rather arid, so there you go. Good lord. Okay, I don't normally say this. This might actually be too many planes. Let's go all the way up to Air 3 ASAP and see where that gets us. Wanting full control has mutated for free. Good God. What is this scenario? This is amazing. Let's go for genetic swap and some chance of mutation. That might work well for me. I'm going to go for a level of water, but I don't think we need much more than just one, because it looks like every single island does have an airport. So really, water transmission is not crucial anymore. Just air transmission should be enough to get you everywhere. Hey, they've detected me because I fully infected all of Reddington. Reddington is completely dominated by the wolves. That's amazing. We're getting DNA incredibly quickly here. Let's go for... I don't think we even need Urge to Hunt, to be honest. We're going to get to all these countries, no problem. Let's go for some Silver Bullet immunity and also a little bit of thick fur so we can spread faster in the cold nations. Good God! I can't get over this. This is a little bit ridiculous, right? It's not just me. This is, first off, the fastest spread I think I've ever gotten. Turns out, all right, in the future, be wary of excess air infrastructure because it will result in the destruction of humanity. Let's go for some Silver Bullet immunity again. So we have, time begins to blur. After not eating for a while, the host's vision begins to forget about time and the days fly by. The host's vision begins to forget? How does that work? Not really sure. Not cleaning after a meal. Oh, that's not hygienic at all. When the host is in his or her wolf form and eats, he or she doesn't want to wash his or her fur afterwards. You really can just say his. It's probably okay. Or her. I mean, I don't really care that much, but we don't have to be quite so inclusive. At some point, it becomes a little bit tedious, I understand. Less pain during the turn, let's grab that first. Then we have no pain felt at all during the turn. Then we have curiosity. The host starts becoming adventurous, jumping from wall to wall and over dumpsters when going through allies. Parkour, parkour! Through allies? Wait, through allies? You mean alleys, I'm sure is what you meant to say. So I guess we should just go ahead and move toward the Transcendence victory. Is there any reason not to do that? I don't think so. Accepting the beast within. The host starts to get used to being a werewolf and starts accepting this. I mean, yeah. I mean, millions of people are feeling it, man. Let's just go for it. Accept the beast within. Accept it! Accept it! There's nothing you can do. Joy of being a werewolf. The host starts beginning to research more about werewolves and wonders if the world is half filled with beings like themselves. Turns out, no, not half. But it's getting there. It'll get there pretty quick, don't you worry. And then we have need more friends. Just learning about werewolves for the host is not enough. So he or she travels to other countries to find more werewolves and spread the virus. Now, usually this is where you get to the Transcendence victory. So I'm curious if we're not actually getting that. Troublemaker curiosity. The host starts forming packs with other werewolves, and they run all around, jumping over and around everything they can, even each other. Very chaotic. Constantly thinking of meat. The host stays up all night on the weekends looking at hunting spots he or she can go to. In other news, the deer population plummets. Dear God, please shut down these airports. It's going to kill me. I can't see this many. Let's go for constantly thinking of meat. Hunting all the time. Only costs 1 DNA thanks to symptostasis. We'll do that. The host becomes so focused on becoming the best hunter, he or she starts hunting at every opportunity he or she gets. Being the alpha. The host watches documentaries about alpha wolves, and he or she is willing to do whatever it takes to become the alpha. Alright? Willing to kill. A primal instinct awakens in the host, making them more willing to kill living things. And then being awake at night. Being a werewolf means the host can stay awake all night and most of the night. All night and most of the night? You mean all day and most of the night, or all night and most of the day? I don't know. Host finds it harder to get sleep at night because of this. There's a little bit of a contradiction going on there. Ocrarin shuts down land borders. If only I knew what country that was. Black Ridge Pool begins to break down. Alrighty. I guess we could go for some more transmission types to kind of speed things up a little bit. Let's go for rodent and insect to increase our urban and hot transmission. Gonna have the most trouble here in Greenland, I suspect. Greenland, by the way, has 27 million people infected. Borotin. Being awake at night has mutated for free. Okay. Then we get what? Seeing ghosts and myths? Really? Mythical creatures and the ancients hunting these beasts can be seen as the host has a flashback to the earlier days. Was there some sort of like imprinted memory when they become a werewolf? That's interesting. Taking more risks. They jump over logs and wide gorges, barely making it to the other sides. They're adrenaline junkies. Got it. Okay. Seeing one ghost a week. That's remarkably consistent. The host starts to see ghosts of the original werewolves that died off 10 decades ago, and then some things start to blur. Host struggles to perceive motion, making them more likely to collide with other objects. I guess we can go down this route. Nothing is lethal so far, so I guess I don't have to really worry about lethality in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, it looks like we did, in fact, get the Transcendence. I'm not sure if there was a different Transcendence. Like, it's not... Maybe this is misleading. Maybe this isn't actually the symptom I thought it was. Maybe it was somewhere up here. I mean, seeing a ghost once a week, maybe like you're worshipping your ancestors or something. No healthy people left in the world, which means I think we automatically win, yes? Yep, the wolf enslaves humanity. Everyone is a werewolf. All 10 billion people. The whole world worships wolf as their god and master. 233,000 points. That only took 114 days. And look at the planes. And then it all just like stops at once. Just completely gone. Yeah, very quick scenario. This is what happens when you say, in the year 2020, every single nation will have a thriving airport. Somewhere down the line, we need to start regulating air travel, because I'm surprised we weren't seeing airplanes collide with each other more. But anyway, that may be one of the fastest scenarios, just as far as days, that I think I've ever done. Could probably use a little bit of balancing in that sense, just to make it a little bit more fun. Otherwise, it's not really much of a challenge. So, yeah, I mean, is there anything really wrong with this scenario? No, I don't think so. I mean, it kind of follows... I wonder if it really does any benefit to follow the actual Neurax worm symptoms tree. That is to say, everything's different and has unique descriptions and stuff like that. Okay, but it's clearly just the same symptoms and mutations, all in the same order, following the same overall shape and path. I don't know if that's really necessary. Maybe it's better just to follow, like, you know... create your own totally different, unique tree. That makes a little bit more sense rather than getting limited by that. I don't know, that's up to the author, though. The author can do whatever the author wants. It's perfectly fine. Honestly, the only downside of this scenario is just that I think it's a little bit too easy because too many airplanes. That's it. You may want to tone down the air transmission a little bit to kind of make it a little bit more of a challenge and make it take a little bit longer. I mean, they got 0 cure % progress. They had absolutely no chance whatsoever to even try to cure me. So that's it. The scenario in and of itself is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I would just say a little bit of balancing to make it more challenging would be good. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, I think that was fine. Well done. Good. I'm glad you had fun creating your first scenario. That's it. It's just a matter of some balancing, and I think you're good to go. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.